I am here to talk about the complete lack of political neutrality that's going on in this school district right now. There have been student assignments about BLM as well as signage posted in classrooms. Black Lives Matter is a Marxist anti-government political organization that is fighting against law enforcement, Christianity, and the nuclear family. And this is not my opinion. I'm going to read you some direct quotes from the founders and leaders of BLM. Quote, "We actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists." Patrice Cullors. Next quote, "I'm calling for spirituality to be deeply radical. We are not just having a social justice movement. This is a spiritual movement. Maybe I'm sharing too much, but we become very intimate with the spirits we call on regularly, right? Like each of them seems to have a different presence and personality. I laugh a lot with Waukesha, and I didn't meet her in her body. I met her through this work." Melina Abdullah. Next quote, "It is a very important practice. Hashtags for us are way more than a hashtag. It is literally almost resurrecting the spirits so that they work through us to get the work done that we need to get done. I start to feel personally connected and responsible and accountable to them, both from a deeply political place, but also from a deeply spiritual place. And it's so important, not just for us to be in direct relationship to our people who've passed. I believe so many of them work through us." Patrice Cullors. I'm going to skip to the next one. Next quote, "The first thing that we do when we hear of a murder is we come out, we pray, and we pour libation with the community where the person's life was stolen. And it took almost a year for me to realize that this movement is much more than a racial and social justice movement. At its core, it's a spiritual movement because we're literally standing on spilled blood, right? And you can't pretend that works just like some organizing work. That's some serious work. When we say the names right, so we speak their names, we say her name, say their names. We do that all the time, but you kind of invoke that spirit, and then those spirits actually become present with you." Melina Abdullah. So people, wake up and listen. When you see and hear all this say her name propaganda, they're not doing what you think they're doing and honoring the dead. They're conjuring up spirits. This is called ancestral worship, and it is witchcraft. Deuteronomy 18:10 through 12. "Let no one be found among you who encourages or engages in witchcraft or is a medium or spiritist who consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord." Based on these direct quotes, it is no longer acceptable for this school district or any of its employees or representatives to deny that BLM is in fact Marxist demonic organization per their own group's leader and founder's words.